Hello everyone, welcome to the next part of our TypeScript series. In our previous video, we covered the key differences between TypeScript and JavaScript, and we configured our development environment and successfully ran our initial Hello World application using TypeScript. Before we begin next topic, make sure you have subscribed to my channel so you will never miss an update from FED Learning. Now, let's explore variable declarations in TypeScript. First, we will cover the rules for declaring variable, and then we will dive into keywords and variable scopes with practical examples. Okay, let's understand the rules first. Variable is a named place in memory where some value can be stored. According to the word variable, it can be said that the value of variable can be changed. So, while declaring a variable, some rules have to be followed. Let me add the pointer here. So the first rule is variable name can't start with digit. And the second rule is variable names can contain alphabets, both uppercase as well as lowercase and digits also. So variable name may contain numbers or digit but not at the beginning, and variable names can begin with any alphabet in lowercase or uppercase. Third rule is we can use underscore and dollar special character only. Apart from these, other special characters are not allowed. So let's understand this with an example. I'll open Visual Studio Code, and here for this strict mode, what I'll do, I'll delete this export, and here I'll create tsconfig file with command tsc hyphen init. So here you can see the tsconfig.js file is created, and here I'll search strict, and you can see strict equals to true. I'll comment this line so that we will not get any error while declaring variable. Okay, so let's understand the rules of variable declaration with an example. I'll comment this, and here first rule, I'll just add this. Okay, so here we will start writing examples. The first rule is variable name can't start with digit. So here, if I start var1 emp name, so here you can say we are getting error because the first character is number. If I delete this one, you can see no error with variable name. But we can add the number in variable at last or middle, anywhere you can add, but not at the beginning. Okay, so this is our first rule. Second rule is variable names can contain alphabet, both uppercase and lowercase. So here I can write uppercase emp number like that, or I can start with lowercase like this. And our third rule is variable name can start with underscore or dollar emp name here, or we can start the same name with dollar. Okay, but we can't write the variable name with other special character. Like if I start this variable name with hash, then you can see the error. Private identifiers are not allowed in variable declaration. So similarly, you can see with ampersand, yeah, we are getting error. But if we are using underscore and dollar, then we are not getting error. Okay. Also, we can't use the other special character in between variable name. Okay. Only two special character we can use while declaring variable. That is underscore and dollar symbol. That's it. Okay. So these three rules we need to follow while declaring variables. I'll comment this. And now moving to the next topic. What are the keywords we can use while declaring the variables? In TypeScript, we have three primary keywords for variable declaration, such as var, let, and const. JavaScript is based on ES5, means ECMAScript 2014. That is why in JavaScript we can declare variable with var keyword. And TypeScript based on ECMAScript 2015 or ES6. That's the reason in TypeScript we can declare variable with three ways like var, let, and const. So this var keyword is used to declare a variable in JavaScript, and a variable declared with var keyword is defined throughout the program. And this let and const, as I told, these two keywords are introduced in ES6. The let keyword is used to declare a local variable in TypeScript, and the const keyword has the same syntax as var and let to declare variables, and it is used to declare the constant variables. Next, we will see what are the ways to declare the variables. We can declare a variable using the let or const keyword, just like in JavaScript. However, TypeScript also allows you to specify a variable type using type annotations. So the TypeScript enhances variables with type annotations, making it a strongly typed language. When declaring a variable, you can specify its type explicitly. The first is let identifier, means variable name colon data type equals to value. It means we are declaring its type and value in one statement. Second way is let identifier colon data type, which means we can declare its type but no value. In this case, the value of variable will be set to undefined. And third is var identifier equals to value. It means we are declaring its value but no data type. And in this case, the variable decide its data type by seeing its assigned value. And the last way is var identifier, means var variable name and semicolon. It says we are neither declaring its type nor value. In this case, the data type of the variable will be any, and the variable will be initialized undefined. Okay, so let's move into Visual Studio Code to understand this with an example. Here I'll write comment. Here I'll write the first way of declaring a variable with type annotation. I'll write let my number with type number equals to 10. So here my number is a variable, stores a value of a type integer, and the value is 10. In the second way is declaring a variable without assigning a value. So let my number with type number semicolon. So here my number is a variable which can store only integer type data. But here you can see we didn't assign any value. So by default, its value set to undefined. I'll log this my number here and I'll run this project inside terminal with node demo. And here you can see the value is undefined. And if I log this my number, save the changes and I'll rerun this application, you can see the first console output is 10 and the second console is undefined. Okay, I'll comment this. And now let's understand the third way, that is declaring a variable without a type annotation. So here I'll declare let name equals to FAD learning. Here I'll add CName. Okay. So here while declaring variable, we are not specifying any data type. Therefore, compiler decides its data type as per assigned value. So in this case, FAD learning is a string. Then the data type of this CName variable is string. And again, we will console this with CName, and you can see the output. Console. Control C. You can see the output FAD learning. Okay. Now the last way is declaring a variable without a type annotation and value. So it's simply I'll write let city. City is a variable name, and in this case we are not specifying data type as well as we are not specifying any value. Then compiler takes its data type as any and its value is set to undefined by default. So I'll again log this ELS node space demo, enter, and you can see the output undefined. So with the help of these four ways, we can declare the variables in TypeScript. And also I want to show you how to declare variable with array and object. So here I'll take first example with array. Let fruits array. I'll use data type string with array equals to. Here we can add the string values inside array. Banana, mango, orange. Semicolon. That's it. So I log this fruits array, save the changes, and I'll rerun the application. And you can see the output with array of value banana, mango, and orange. So similarly, you can create a variable with type object. Imply object. Here we need to open and close one curly braces. And inside that, so I'll add name with type string. And I also want to add the age as a key with type number. So inside this curly braces, we need to add a keys or properties which we need for this object. And then equals to, we need to write one more open and close curly braces, and inside that we can write the key value pair. So name equals to John inside string, comma, next property is age, colon 30. Let's log this object, employee object, comment this line, save the changes and rerun the application with node space demo. And here you can see the object name equals to John and age equals to 30. So this is same like JavaScript. Okay. Last, we will see the example with const keyword. So here I'll write the constant variable with type annotation. Const pi with type number equals to 3.14. So in this case, we can't change the value of pi variable because it's a constant variable. So once you assign value to const variable, you cannot change it. So use this const for such a value that should remain constant throughout the program. Okay. Here you can see if I change the value of this variable 2, 3, 4, anything, you can see the error cannot assign to pi because it's a constant. And instead of this, if I assign this pi variable with var keyword number 1, 2, 3, and if I want to change the value of pi equals to 555, then I can change that value. So with var keyword, I can easily change the value of variable, but with const, I can't change. So this is the difference between const and other variable like let and var. So I'll comment this code. Okay, so I'll go back to PPT. And now next we will learn variable scopes in TypeScript. Here, scope means the visibility of variable, and the scope defines that we are able to access the variable or not. And here you can see that TypeScript variables can be of local scope, global scope, or class scope. So what is mean by local scope? As the name suggests, local variables are declared within the construct like methods, loops, etc. And local variables are accessible only within the construct where they are declared. Next is global scope. Global scope variables are declared outside the programming construct. These variables can be accessed from anywhere within your code. And last is class scope. If a variable is declared inside the class, then we can access that variable within the class only. So these are the definitions of local scope, global scope, and class scope. Let's understand this with an example. So in this demo.ts file, you can see I have commented everything. And here I'll create one variable var with name global var of type string equals to like. So this is my global variable. I can access this variable anywhere in this program. Okay. So next I'll write here one function with name sub, and inside that I'll declare one more variable with name local var of type string equals to subscribe. Okay. So this is my local variable and this is my global variable. As I told, this global variable I can access anywhere in the program but this local variable I can access only within this block or function. For more understanding, I'll log this local variable inside this function as well as outside this function. Okay. And also I'll log this global variable outside as well as inside function. Okay. Now I'll save the changes and I'll rerun this file with node space demo. So we are getting output undefined and like. In order to see the output of these two console, we need to call the function. So I'll call function here, and after that I'll add one more log with message outside function. Okay, save the changes, and here I'll rerun this application and you can see now the output. Here I'll minimize this screen. Okay, now here you can see I have called this sub function first and then I have written this console outside function, and after outside function you can see the output of these two consoles. Okay, so this subscribe and like is the output of these two console, line number 41 and 42. After that outside function, and then 47 and 48, that is undefined and like. So you can see, so this first local variable, we can access the value of the subscribe inside function, but we can't access the value of local variable outside the function. That is why this line number 47 console is displaying undefined. Now, if you talk on global variable, you can see that we can access the value of global variable inside function as well as outside function. And you can see the value, this like is for line number 42 and this like is for line number 48. It means the global variables can be accessed from anywhere within your code, and local variables are accessible only within the function where they are declared. Okay, so now we'll see the last scope, that is class scope. For that, I'll create one class here with name ABC, open and close curly braces, and here I'll declare one more variable with name comment with type string equals to share your comments. Okay, so now this is the class variable, or else I'll write the name class var. Okay, so this class variable are also called as fields. So fields are declared within the class but outside the method. It means if we write any method here like sum, so here inside I'll declare variable a and b, and I'll store the addition of these two variable in variable c, a plus b. Okay, you can see this is the method, and the class variable are declared within the class but outside the methods. And these variable can be accessed using the object of the class. Okay, so in order to access the class variable, I need to create the object. So I'll create object with let keyword, let obj equals to new abc. Now I'll log this with obj.classVar. Now I'll save the changes and I'll rerun the application, and you can see the output, share your comments. Okay, so this is all about class scope. So we have seen the rules to declare variables, keywords, ways to declare variables, and variable scopes under the variable declarations. Okay, so that's it for this video, and in the next video we will learn what are the basic data types available in TypeScript. So thanks for watching FED Learning. Bye bye.